Greetings! This week's FUT Champs was supposed to be our chance at redemption. As you may have seen from my last video highlighting our struggles during Prem Team of the Season, while we did achieve our target in the end, it took far too much suffering. Once again, the story began on the Thursday, rewards day for some, punishment day for most, but at the very least our biggest chance yet for some game-changing red player picks. Or so we thought, because like everyone who played, we got our guaranteed red Ederson, followed by none other than Mason Mount in the second red player pick. Sorry Chelsea fans, this is not real football unfortunately, otherwise I would have been knee sliding. And finally a third Ederson, but to avoid the hassle of a duplicate, we just went for Gundogan and moved on to our guaranteed 3 Premier League Team of the Season players pack. This was going to be the difference maker to make us the coins that would help us fight off the inflation we have seen in the FUT market in recent weeks. But lo and behold, we got the exact 3 players in this pack that we got and chose in our red pick. So unreal variety on that Thursday for sure. So with the market still too inflated to really give us an option that we were excited with, we decided to go into FUT Champs with the same team, at least for the first day as last week, and then see if we could swoop in with FUT Champs sell-off later on in the weekend, or maybe with potentially an interesting SBC to shake things up. As a whole situation, it was obviously not ideal. This is not the team I want to be using anymore. I don't want to be going into Weekend League with Eto, with all due respect to him. He was a legend on the field, but at this point in the game, he's just not performing to the level I want. I need game changers that will just gift me wins automatically, and it is what it is. But we did try to score some nice goals overall in the first games as usual. That's usually our window of opportunity to do that as much as possible before it gets really difficult, and it was all good and well, and we got to a total of 8 wins and 0 losses. And you guessed it, this is where the first hurdle came, and even though we did go up 1-0, wow, we still had to struggle because off of kickoff, absolutely no soul except for this guy would cancel a V drag back. Did he cancel that? Yes, he did cancel that, and I have no idea why, but it is what it is. People be doing that, and it's just, these are the hurdles that we always have to get by when they start canceling the skills, and you guessed it, directional nutmegging to grab the chances. The gameplay is hard to deal with, and of course we get punished for actively defending. Ball goes in, nice little fake shot and scored. We do get an apology from the game off kickoff, giving us the kickoff goal for us. No way. I know, I couldn't believe it either. And eventually though, he does get in. These are situations that would be so much easier to defend if we had second man press and we could actually defend with multiple people, but it is what it is. And at the end of the day, the difference was a random through ball, because this is what works, ladies and gentlemen. Are you kidding me, dude? I'm not kidding you, because that works, but this doesn't. It is what it is. We end up getting a really quick 2-0 rage quit to make it 9-1. So definitely decent start. We're fine with losing 1 in the first game, but stupid mistake here. We overplay it, lose the ball, give him the goal. And so it becomes a competition. Who's going to make more mistakes, as he gives me the goal to make it 1-1. And again, he's trying to one-up me. He wants to lose the ball more times than I do. I'm not going to complain. You want to do that? Do that. We'll take the easy goals into Eto. He turns, doesn't really cover it. We get the draw, and then, the lead. And then Best doing what Best does best. And we make it 3-1. You'd think we're safe, but look at the state of the team press. Second man press is too OP, by the way. Look at that. His whole team's running at me. Of course, this is my fault. Don't get it twisted. But excuse a man for being in shock that someone's going to turn on team press in the 55th minute. But I guess that's what happens when, Team of the Season cards are out and stamina is not an issue. We get lucky here to make it 4-2, some breathing room. But he's going to come back. Mind you, he's been playing with constant press from the 53rd minute. 4-3, he's in touching distance. Zambrotta of all people on the counter. We miss. Another opening. It's Vidal of all people. Keeper movement has me feeling all sorts of sick. But finally, thank God, in the 83rd, relief as we close it against the constant press merchant. At this point in the weekend, EA drops a Coutinho, and you're damn right I completed him, as he ended up helping us. Well, not really. We were going to win these probably nonetheless, as we won by like 8 goals. But we do get to, what was it, 13 and won up until our next hurdle. And this is where we get tons of hurdle at this point. After like 13 to 15 games, this is when all the constant press merchants come out. And as you can see, we miss a gigantic chance there, which was pain. Here we try to work a chance. It's not until the 56 that something in this game happens. Never gonna be a goal, but we have to try. Here is what a through ball should always that should always work, but unfortunately it doesn't fit EA's criteria. But luckily for us, we were on some special G Fuel, get the lead. But of course, he turns on constant press and he makes it 1-1 off a corner. I cannot believe it, man. I can't believe it. I can't either. I mean, so many lifelines for these players. A volley from Fofana, but look at this. Is it possible that we can turn it around and get our goal? Neymar, he does keeper movement. We have defenders to dribble, and we still score. Come on! Could tell I was pleased. And here are the dying minutes. I was so just ready for it to end that we kicked it off prematurely against this constant press. 5-back constant press. What a combination, ladies and gentlemen. But we do hold on, thankfully, and we grab the win onto the next hurdle. You can bet everything on the fact that the next hurdle will be the next game. And this is what I like to call the snorlax tactic. This is pretty much the attack. I was doing a really good job of covering the lane. So like he was hanging out in this area here, right? Constantly in this area because he couldn't go forward. Every time he went forward, I'd close him down, has to go back again. And then this is what happens. Eventually my center backs hold hands, create a useless gap, and his patience gets paid off. So it's the snorlax tactic that, you know, puts me to sleep. We missed the chance there. And then we think we scored, but no, we did not. Not there, we didn't. It's okay. Late in the second half, we get the draw. It's 1-1, and then look at this. Double scoop and stop. Like, what am I doing? This is the only way. I don't know how else to score. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And just when you think you've gotten away with it. Ekala. Sorry for the... I mean, if you're Italian, you know what that means. He gets away here with the directional. How else would he do it, right? So he gets the lead in the 96th, first half of extra time. And then here, look at the state of this. We get the rebound, the passing assistance. Clearly, we don't care at this point. We just want to get out of here. Another great save there. Just felt like I had to go in the near post. Last second chance. Fouls us from behind. Neymar at the spot. They always tell me never take it with Neymar, but I just want to get it over with. Let's go! It's none other than 3 games in a row that were truly the turning point. Like, honestly, even though we go 1-0 up, these were the games that I would have lost last week. And this is the pass from earlier, right? We could have been 2-0 up, but of course, this does not fit the criteria of passes that should work for EA Sports. And eventually, we do make it 2-0. Bang! Quite pleased. This guy was sweaty, as you can see from the stats. 2 shots for me, 0 for him. We knew he was good, but we pretty much held him to no shots, and he does get one back because, like everyone I've played, as you can see, he did turn to constant press on minute 1 in the second half. And we choked what would have been the victory goal at 3-1, but in the end of the day, he got the best of us. And by the best of us, I mean I literally tackled him, and he gets the ball back, which opens up my midfield and gives him the chance for a nice little 1v1 or 2v2 against my defense. And it's 2-2. You can imagine the monstrosities coming out of my mouth. As you can see, this was not a goal, it was offside, but this is what the game was willing you know, to let him score. We go to pens. We both miss our first one, and I knew he would go middle in the first one because usually do that. We find ourselves 2-1 up, and we thought and we knew he'd try and be smart, and so we stayed down the middle. 2-1, we have the lead. We make it 3-1. At this point, we either save one, which we don't. We need to score one more, and we miss it, and that's absolute pain. We open it up for him. See! But you can see how much that meant to me. We got our win, and it was great, man. It was great to win that. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sick and tired of anyone with a hand being able to overturn a 2-0 lead just because of constant press. So we end up 16-1. I'm feeling pretty good. As you can see, we scored some nice goals after that point. Well, this one's not a goal, but imagine if it worked. Like, that's sensational football. Here you can see a few other really nice plays, at least in my opinion. Nice little cutting through ball for the sweat finish. And then here, Coutinho on the touch to overtake Cannavaro. And then I love this one. This is so nice. But yeah, after this, we ended up being at like 18-1. Like, I couldn't even believe that I scored such a nice goal. Like, that's the state we've come to. Here, there's room for one more. Pele, he thinks I'm going in, but I'm going out. Boom. Big boy Pele. Oh yeah, by the way, I bought Pele. And then at 18-1, this is what we face. I am terrified. But it doesn't look too bad. I should have squared it here. Big choke. Another little chance here where his defender just does well there. And then again, another opportunity to super tight angle though, so it's unfortunate. 5 at the back. The only silver lining is that even though we couldn't break it down as much as we would have wanted to, I guess the silver lining is that he didn't really do anything until this happened. Now, I know I make a mistake here in pushing out, but just there's no excuse for this. Embrace this. Keeper, please. Thank... Oh my... Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, I mean, we tried to come back after that with this little Coutinho finish, but it wasn't to be. The game ended, and from this point onwards, we were broken. We were at 18-2. We did achieve redemption. We put ourselves in a position where we wouldn't have to struggle for Elite 3 anymore. And we ended up facing this poor soul who was probably more desperate than me at this point, because he just, as soon as I made it 1-0, he was like, I'm out, boys. Like, I can't be asked anymore. And I thank him for that, because he saved me the stress. And we finished with 23 wins. And 4 losses. No point in showing the rest of the losses. You get the gist of it now. But that was the story of our redemption. Did we achieve redemption? Did we not? It's still not where, like, obviously being the competitor that I am, I want to win every single game possible. But it's come to the point in FIFA where if you're not abusing the mechanics, it's more than an uphill battle at this point. I think there's not many of us standing playing a certain style. And so we're going to have to be content for this. Hopefully, rewards pay out for this, and we'll see how it goes next week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.